Good morning, everyone. I'm Kania Kapirosi Guru Sembiring. You can call me Kania, and I will be your moderator for today's discussion. Before we begin, I would like to lay out the rules for our discussion today. First, everyone should respect other point of view. Second, please don't interrupt someone while explaining. Three, I'm Kania will lead the course of this discussion today. As we all know, the topic or discussion today is about the pros and cons of sex education. At an early age and with her, it is effective to provide sex education in subject in school. Okay, now, who wants to express that opinion first?
I want to start based on the news that cases of violence or sexual harassment are very common among children in the community at this time. It is important to provide education to children. I totally agree with giving education about sex at an early age. Sex education does not mean teaching children to do this action. However, this learning will help protect children from sexual abuse, and sex education will also encourage children to protect themselves from inappropriate sexual attacks.
Thank you, Lucy, for the opinion that has been given. However, I personally strongly reject the implementation one of the subject in school. Why, in my opinion, currently giving sexual education to children is taboo and inappropriate. Children should not know things related to sex problem because I think it's still not appropriate and can also cause curiosity to want to try.
Well, I agree with you that having sex education can provoke a sense of interest in children to know, even to the point of wanting to try, especially at an early age to have a great curiosity. However, if they are forbidden to know the things they want to know, it is likely that they will fall into the wrong direction and can become one of regret or even from a bad characters that will be correct when they are adults. We can see, for example, sexual problems. They will find out for the terms first for the problem without any guidance from adults. Of course, it will be able to plumb them.
Yes, I understand, but we can close our eyes that not all school on a break have really done learning optimally. Meanwhile, for sex education itself, we must really maximize the learning. Otherwise, it will result in bad things. It is very likely that the information required by students at an early age is not as expected. That is, where their understanding will actually go in the wrong direction.
Well, I think your worries are too much. Why? I think schools are good enough in doing learning. And also at this time, we can give 100% of students only when they are in school. Education from their homes is also important because it can help shape the character of the child when he is at school or in this environment. Apart from that, we still have to provide sex education to early childhood children at school because there is more and more news about pregnancy outside of marriage, rape at an early age, and some are even clear that the child is being it and early age, and some are even clear that the child is being above. However, he was silent because most of the children did not know what it meant. From here, we can see that we have to focus more on providing sex education to early childhood.
Sorry. Yes, I do understand. However, most of the teachers who are given the task of teaching sex education to children do not understand the nature of sex education itself. And things like these are very dangerous later because it can make students receive wrong information and ultimately stupid action that will happen in the future. And also learning about sex is very broad. Will it be evenly distributed for eggs who receive this education in general? Here, I really emphasize discussing what the development of the learning will be like in the future.
Hey guys, please calm down. Briefly, Ulfa, he asked at one point that was quite concerned regarding sex learning material. As we all know, the study is very broad and will it be treated equally for eggs who receive the education? Because after all, there are some points about sex education can be explained to minors. So, Lucy, what do you think about it?
I think we provide sex education to children according to their age. If we are still children, we can provide education such, such as telling us which part of the body are allowed to be touched and not be others and what their own functions are for, and teach children to be able to tell when there is one part of the body that is provided but has just been touched by someone others, and for for those who are already in the teenage phase, we also still have to give back the material on which parts are allowed and not as well as added to the information and that will be experienced any sexual activity, kissing and who. Example for sexual violence and harassment, and lastly by notifying the child to be able to report things that are not fair. This this will help suppress cases of sex at an early age today.
Oh, like that. If it's like this, I don't think I will refuse it either. There is nothing to worry about because providing sex education according to their age, so that in the future there will be no bad views that might occur. Hopefully, what is planned can run as it should. Thank you, Lucy, for the opening express, and also thank you the moderators who helped during this activity. But goodbye.
I also thanks Ulfa for their opinion and participation, which is also very helpful. Hopefully, our plan can help develop more sex education at an early age so that no more victim will be found. Thank you also the moderator who have helped launch this activity. Goodbye.
Okay, guys, I think we reached the point here. In short, this text can be good or bad. If you can be provide a good discussion and education, I believe this will be the right choice to be able to have surprise case of the sex and early agate which are currently rampant by providing sex education according to one at the child is and what material is approved to get.
It does matter what level of sex education we reflect. We still have to always be careful of predators who are always after us.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your participation and coverage. Ulfa and Lucy is in this discussion. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.